Hi yogis, this is Christine, founder of Yoga for Emotional Support, and this is going to be a YES class just for you. So please do come and check out YES classes for anyone that has, anxiety or depression or stressful living, or just needs a time to quiet and tune inward more. It's for people with trauma and emotional difficulties, but also anyone who has stress. So anyway, my name is Christine, and this is my husband Tom, and he's going to be the student today in our class, in our outdoor nature class. So please join with us. So today we start with figuring out what your emotional state is for the day, and this is my little chart, but it says, how do you feel? And so maybe just now think about how you feel. So orange is happy and content, red is angry or frustrated, green is anxious or tired, blue is sad or depressed, and yellow is mellow or neutral. So pick one of those. All right, and then you can put that on the board. You're feeling a little anxious and tired, and I'm just gonna say I'm feeling a little mellow and neutral. So that's before class, and we'll see how we feel after class. All right. So next we're going to just say that welcome, thanks for joining me, husband Tom. And we're going to start with our theme class, which is breathing today. And the first thing we do is ask a question. So maybe you can do this now or answer this question, which is, what opportunities have you passed up because of fear? And so this is Sosa. He might be coming in and out during the class. So we already wrote our answers here, and we write the answers in this wishing wall. The wishing wall is, one side is what we want to let go of, and the other side is going to be what we want to invite in, and at the end we take a little quote of inspiration. All right, so I'm just going to read these anonymously, and you could think of your answer at home. So taking a job far away from family, or changing jobs. So those are some things that might be fearful, and you didn't do that because of fear. All right. So at the end, we're going to take these and we're going to do a little burning ceremony so we can let it go. And doing a fire ritual is a really good way to let go of things that aren't serving you anymore. All right. So let's begin by just going around our circle of two. And we're going to say, what you would like to invite in today and what you're grateful for. So today I would like to invite in, well-being and loving kindness. And I am so grateful for the people that are around me. I'm also grateful for just my ability to help others.
My name is Tom, and I am grateful for the opportunity to attend YES classes, to learn new tools, to be able to help with the things that are going on in my life. And what I'd like to invite in today is acceptance.
All right. And so also we talk about what are the nurturements and our intentions of YES. And so in the class we'll read those. What are the reasons why we come here? And so our intentions are to create a welcoming environment, also to thrive in life, and to have these tools that we learn to support our emotional well-being. All right, and so we're going to just make our way back. We've made our little place over here to do class in this nice backyard. This is my backyard, and we're going to have class right here. So I'm a little far away right now, but that's because we're going to be standing up later. So we're going to begin by creating this little wonderful restorative posture. And our first posture is the triple towers. All right, so Tom knows how to do this one. And you put 2 blocks up at the front of your mat. So if you don't have all these props at home, you can make do with any kind of thick blanket. You can roll it up as a bolster. and any kind of blocks. Hopefully you have yoga blocks, but you could use something else for that as well, maybe books or something. So we're going to stack the bolster like that, and then you're going to lie down on your back. You can use your blankets, so he has several blankets to use for a pillow or for support under your back. And then when you put your legs up on the bolster, you're going to have your knees bent and lie back. So this will be our first restorative little posture. And get all set up so you're comfy. And I think the grass is, how's the grass, okay? We have the blanket here, and so just begin to notice where you are right now. How is your breath feeling coming in and going out? I'm not sure if you can see his whole body, but he's lying down and relaxing. An eye pillow is also a nice thing here. You can put that over your eyes. And just allow yourself to let go. Close your eyes and feel the earth beneath you. So we're going to begin to do just a little breath assessment and noticing how the quality of the breath, how it comes in and goes out. And when we get this oxygen moving into our body, it helps to enhance and boost our immune system. It helps us to relax and renew and restore. So just begin to notice how the breath comes in and the belly expands, and then how the breath goes out again and you feel a little more settled and calm. You could keep your arms to the side, or you could bring your hands to your belly to notice the breath coming in or out. But in these restorative postures, you want to make sure that everything is supported and you're not feeling any strain or stretch even. It's just a restorative, relaxing posture. And now just begin to notice any areas that might feel like there's tension in there. So tension or tightness, or maybe your breath seems to be not going into that area. And where you feel that, just begin to think in your mind how you would like that area to feel. Think of it in a positive way. So instead of no pain, instead you could say, I'd like it to feel relaxed or released or at ease. And so just bring all of your awareness right there, and then see how it begins to feel when you bring those nurturing, positive thoughts. And now just notice the sensations that you feel all through your whole body, right? So instead of thinking about it, just feel. So you might not be used to doing this sort of tuning inward, which is called our introception. You know, to really sense what the breath is feeling like, how it energizes, how it flows in and out. Maybe you can imagine the breath as light, and the light moves to all the places of your body, to your heart, to your belly, to your legs, and spreads all the way out to the corners of your body. With an inhale, expanding outward, and with an exhale, settling and relaxing. You may hear the little chimes, which the wind blowing and the chimes and the birds, all of that being out in nature is so relaxing. And so I have other chimes that when I ring them, you can begin to, over the next few breaths, transition out. We are used to moving quickly, right? And going from one task to the next. So when we can settle like this and just be, it really changes our whole body, our whole cell, down to the cellular level, where we can understand and know what that sensation feels like to relax. Taking your time, slowly begin to bring a little movement to your body. You decide. Maybe your limbs, your neck, your back. And as you bring that movement, begin to come back into the room where you are. And you can look around, and then you can hug your knees into your chest and do a little roll side to side. And then make your way all the way up to a seated position. All right, so how was that?
Very relaxing.
Sounds good?
Feels good.
All right, so next we're gonna do a little exercise with breathing. So today I said that this theme is gonna be on the breath. So we're gonna be focusing a lot on our breathing. So we'll face this way just so you can see us, but normally I would face you. I'm gonna face you some. And so we're going to just think about the different states of our breath. So when we're in a state of panic, how do we think our breath is?
It's very rapid.
Rapid, when you get scared and nervous, and like your breath just starts to come maybe right into your chest, and you're breathing quickly. And we know how that feels in our body. Not good, right? To be in a panic state. How about anger? Anger. Maybe our breath is long and forced and tight. Maybe you feel a tightness in your belly or your chest, right? And so then when we start to calm down, calmness might feel more like slow and steady and relaxed breath. And then how about happiness? What do you think your breath is like for you when you're happy?
Probably still slow and steady.
Slow and steady, yeah. And you have a sense of kind of well-being, calmness.
Yeah,
Maybe you
smooth.
feel some lightness in your heart versus the tightness in your heart.
Yes.
So all those types of breaths are good to know so that when they come up, we know how to then calm them down. So we're going to just talk a little bit about this one tool that's called the Emotional Guidance Scale. And the Emotional Guidance Scale is all about our energy. And when we have high vibrational energy, that is, you know what that is? The highest emotional vibration.
Joy.
Joy, yes, joy or love, right? And then the lowest vibrational energy is fear. So we have love at the top, fear or anger or discontent at the bottom. And so when we're on this scale, this emotional balance scale, we're going to have all different sorts of emotions along that scale. And what happens is when we feel an emotion, we can feel it. And if it's anger, if it's disappointment, if it's depression, we want to sit with it and actually feel it in our body. And we've been practicing noticing the sensations of our body, recognizing when we're feeling in these other states, of panic or calm or happiness or fear. And so we'll know how that feels in our body. And it's okay to sit with it, right? Invite in the anger or the annoyance or depression or whatever. And then after sitting with it for a while, see if you're able to move up just a little bit higher on that emotional scale. So maybe you're going to move up to something that feels a little bit better. Maybe you're not going to jump all the way up to happiness, but you'll move up a little bit more to something like discontent, right? And then discontent feels a little bit better than anger and outrage, right? And you sit with that for a while. And then you can move up a little bit more to maybe neutral, mellow. You know, still a little bothered, but not as bothered. And as we move up the scale, we can feel better. And our goal is to move up to that state of joy or happiness. And so a good way to use that scale is anytime. Excuse me. I think a bug went in my throat. All right, so that's the emotional balance scale. It's good to use at any time, trying to bring yourself up the scale to a little more joy. So next we're going to do some energy exercises.
Yay.
And the first one is the OMG. So if you have any essential oils at home, so essential oils, you can get them from all over. I get them from Young Living. It's a good essential oil place. And we'll try this one called frankincense. All right, so you're gonna put a little essential oil in your hand, rub your hands together, give it a little smell. Frankincense smells good. And the OMG, you know what that stands for? And we're going to just take your fingers and your heel of your hand and put it to your forehead. And you can close your eyes. And when you touch these two little neurovascular points, it helps to bring blood flow to this area where we make our decisions, right? And sometimes it's difficult to make good decisions if we're in a state of stress and anxiety and annoyance, whatever it is. So just doing this little exercise, hand to your forehead, really helps to reduce your stress. The next one is called the crown pull. So we're going to take your fingers at your forehead and just draw them to your temples. And just do that a few times. This too helps to relax and reduce stress. You could also go to the crown of your head and all the way to the top, and then to the back of your head and behind your head. So just tracing the lines of your skull all the way around, and you can end up by just hugging your shoulders. So that's called the crown pull. The next one, the third one, is called the triple warmer smoothie. So your triple warmer is one of your meridians in your body, one of your main meridians. And we're gonna trace part of this triple warmer, and we're gonna go up and around your ears, down your neck, and to your shoulders. And do that again, up and around your ears, down your neck, and to your shoulders. And one more time. We have 3 great ways to help reduce stress and help you to relax. So do you feel relaxed, a little bit more relaxed? All right, me too. Okay, so next we're gonna do transition now to your belly. So your head's gonna be at this end, Tom, because I'm afraid that we might not be able to see there. And then just transition around. You can come to all fours, right? And then come around to your belly. So we're just gonna lie down and do what's called the crocodile breath. So lying on your belly, you can take your hands and stack them, and then put your forehead on your hands. And then just see if you can relax into this place of stillness and notice your breath. So we're gonna bring all of your awareness to your diaphragmatic breathing. So when you're on your belly, it helps to strengthen your diaphragm muscles. And as you inhale, you're pushing into the earth, which also makes your back puff out a little bit like a crocodile. And we're just trying to get more breath into the body, a deeper diaphragmatic breathing to help reduce stress and relax. When we can have this deep belly breathing, that taps into that parasympathetic nervous system, right? When we do a chest breathing or a shallow breathing, we're in this little state of fight and flight, your sympathetic nervous system. So we want to come to this relaxed state. So that looks good. So long, deep breaths into your back. I have little notes, but I did write that it helps stress relief, and it helps to feel the expansion in your belly and in your pelvis. Make sure that the breath is long and deep with not a whole lot of noise. We're just trying to, make the muscles here in your diaphragm be a little stronger. Strengthening those muscles. And then you can slowly begin to count the breath and making the breath long and even. So stress can also be stored in the breath. Like I said, if we're taking these shallower breaths. So it's nice to expand in that area. That looks really good, Tom. So let's do about 2 more deep breaths like that. Long and deep, expanding into the back. And then when you're ready, we're going to transition to just taking your hands by your ribs and push your way up to your knees and stretch back into child's pose. And when you stretch your hips back, just take a few breaths there and just to assess and see how that feels now. Maybe you can feel a sense of longer, deeper breaths. And then from here in your child's pose, take it to downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under, straighten your legs. Good, and then maybe walk your legs out a little bit, bending one knee at a time. And then from there, you can just slowly make your way to the top of your mat, or you can walk your hands to your feet. So feet to your hands or hands to your feet. And then just let go. Hang in your forward fold and let your head relax and let your arms relax. And then come all the way up to standing. All right, very nice. So we're going to do what's called mountain pose. So when you're standing like this, it's mountain pose. How about if we turn and face this way? And then just feel your feet grounding in and the crown of your head lifting. And we're going to take a few moments to just do this mountain visualization. So you can close your eyes and bring your awareness to the firmness of your feet, to the lengthening up and feeling the energy expand in your whole body. And you're just going to begin to imagine that you are a mountain. So a mountain standing tall and firm and straight. And how does it feel to be this mountain? And just notice what you can sense all around you. Right? Are you a snow-capped mountain? Are there trees around? Are there little goats walking on you? Are there people picnicking around? Is it a bright blue sky or is it a little hazy? And then how are you as this mountain within this scenery? How does it feel? Just bring your awareness to that sensation of being strong and stable, unmoving, unable to, able to take on anything. All right, take a long breath there and exhale it out, and then slowly open your eyes. Okay, so we're going to do this thing called the daily routine, and it's an energy exercise routine, and it's about 6 different moves in there. So the first is the taps. Okay, so we're going to do this tapping, and we're going to start by tapping 4 different spots. So the first one is right here at your cheekbones, and we're going to take a few breaths there. Breathe in and out. This meridian or this acupressure point is related to your stomach. It's a good place to tap if you're feeling any stomach issues. So next is your collarbone. So we're going to tap right there at your collarbones. This is related to your K27, your kidneys, releasing any toxins or anything you're holding on to. All right, next we're going to go to your thymus, which is in the center of your chest. We're just doing some taps there. If it doesn't feel good to tap, you can do it, rub the area and take a few deep breaths, helping your immune system and helping to relax. And then our last one is our spleen meridian. It's all along here, and you can tap or rub that area. And all these tapping on your body really helps you to, ground yourself. So these are grounding taps. All right, good. So the next one we're going to do is the cross crawl. So the cross crawl is, you can face this way again, is just reaching up and crossing over. Big giant movements with your arms, but if you can't swing your arms up and out like that, you can take it little, just across your body. And we're gonna do about, I don't know, 24 of these. All right, so let's keep going. Crossing up and over. We're trying to cross our energies and bring a lot of energy to the body. This is a good one to do if you're feeling a little bit, sluggish. All right, and I don't know how many that is, but let's do about 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, feels good. So next one is, I have to look at my little notes. The next one we're doing is the Wayne Cook. So now Tom will show you one way to do Wayne Cook, and I'll show you the other way. Do you want to do the balance one, or do you want to do the standing tall one?
Why don't you go first?
Okay, so the first way is we're going to do like a little pigeon stance, right?
Okay.
So you cross your right foot over like this, your right foot.
That's my right foot.
Or you can sit down into a pigeon like that. So he's going to try to do that one, and I'm going to do this one. So on this one, you're going to hold on to your ankle with your left hand, like me, and then you're going to cross over with your right. So that's one way to do it. That's a little harder. And the other way is crossing your right foot over, right arm is out, and cross and go under. And then we're just going to take 3 breaths. Long and deep to relax. And when you're ready, slowly come out, and we'll switch to the other side. All right, that was good, balancing. All right, and then we're going to take the left foot over, or if you want to, you can choose which one to do. All right, left hand is out and over like this, or you can take the right hand on your ankle, left hand across. Good, and then we're going to take 3 breaths. Nice long breaths to relax. Relax the shoulders. And when you're ready, slowly come back out. All right, good. Next one is the crown pull, which we already did, but we can remember that this is the crown pull, and you can go all around your head, or at your forehead. So this is a little routine you can do daily to help you to be grounded and ready for your day. All right, so any way that you'd like to do crown pull. Next, we're going to do connecting heaven and earth. So your hands are to your heart. We're going to inhale your right arm up, left arm down, and you can open up your chest to the sky. It's a beautiful blue sky here today. And then bring your hands back to your heart, and then inhale, left arm up, right arm down, big stretch through your heart. And hands to heart. Do it one more time each side. Connecting heaven and earth. Feels good. And back. Good. 2 more. So sometimes when we feel that we are vulnerable, or we're not, we're coming to a place where we feel nervous to do something, right? We want to have our heart stay with us. We want to feel like we have our little boundary and we feel secure and safe. So this one is called the zip up. And you can imagine that you're zipping in all the things that nurture and support you where you are, right? So that's all it is zipping up, just like a little action, like you're zipping up your coat all the way to your bottom lip, and have this idea that we've zipped in and held dear those things that support us, like a little suit of armor. All right, so the last one is called the hookup. So we have 2 meridians in our body, the central main meridians. Our central meridian, we have lots of other meridians in our body, but we have the central one and the governing one. So the governing one goes from your tailbone all the way up and around your head to your top lip. The central one goes from your pubic bone up to your bottom lip. So we're going to imagine that we're hooking up those 2 all the way around and connecting. So take the middle finger to your forehead, it doesn't matter which hand, and the middle finger to your navel, your belly button. Close your eyes and just lightly push in and draw up. And just see if you can picture those energies, those meridians hooking up together. Maybe you'll feel a sensation of energy, a rush and a closing and connecting, and then relax back. So those little things we just did is the morning daily routine. I say morning, but you can do it anytime. All right, so next we're going to do the let's do this. We're going to take your legs wide, and this is called goddess pose. So legs are wide, toes are out, and we're going to think about those things that aren't serving us, something that we want to let go of. And this is one of my favorite things to do when I'm like, I want to let go of something, right? And so we're going to call it fierce lion, and we take a deep breath through your nose, and on your exhale, just go, So try it with me. Ready? Inhale. And just let it out and stick your tongue out and do it again. All right, so that's great. So now we're going to think about what we don't want, and we're going to hold on to it up here, and we're going to let it go with that ha. All right, so inhale, and on your exhale, let it out and go ha. And then you can throw it through your legs. Inhale and throw it out. Right through your legs. 2 more. Let it go. 1 more. Throw it out. And then inhale and open your arms up. And we can do this one called inviting heaven in. And just breathe deeply to open up what you want to invite in. And then bring your hands to your heart. So with all these breathing techniques, there's a lot of different techniques for different situations. So that's a one where you want to let stuff go. So the next one, I really like this. This is kind of like a meditation breathing, or it's called the 4-7-8. So we can do it with or without movement, but I'm going to choose to just do it with some movement. So we're going to inhale for 4 counts up to your hands out by your side. And then you're going to hold your breath. So instead of like gripping, hold your breath, just hold your breath for 7 counts. And then slowly exhale for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold your breath. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale for 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's do it a few more times, and you can lift your arms higher if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And exhale for 8. One more time. Inhale. It's the holding that really helps you to have a little instant meditation. And exhale for 8. Great. And does it bring a little sense of calm? I actually even felt a little tingling in my fingers. I like to pause and hold. Retaining that breath is a really good thing to help you to relax. All right, so good. So let's just do one more big energy exercise. So you're going to step to the back of your mat. I'll stand like this. You step to the back of your mat and face me. Hopefully you could see, Tom. Maybe scooch forward a little bit. I'm not sure. All right, so good. So we're going to take a little lunge step forward with your right foot. We're going to reach your arms out. So another big energy exercise to bring energy through your body. And we're going to say a karate sound, say ha. Okay, so we're going to bring your foot up, kick it out and go ha. And inhale and exhale, kick, ha. Inhale out, exhale, kick, ha. 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 Let's do 2 more. Ha. And again, ha. 1 more and we're going to hold. Ha. Now hold. You could bend your knee. Check your balance. Stand nice and tall. Find your balance. Breathe deeply. And just see if you can stay stable. What is helping you to be stable? Good, and then bring your foot down. Take a few steps back. We're gonna step the other foot forward. Gotta be even, do it on the other side. Okay, ready? We're gonna reach out, and on your exhale, kick and go, ha! Inhale, exhale, ha! Good. Ha! Kick it out. Ha! Good. 4 more. Ha! Ha! 2 more. Ha! Now this one hold. Ha! And see if you can balance. Now you don't have to have your knee that high, just have your foot a little off the floor maybe, but find a place to settle your gaze. And hold it. A couple more breaths. And then come back to mountain pose. All right, very nice. So we're gonna come down to the mat now so we can transition down. So I always talk about how we can transition. So this is my I Dream a Genie way, bending your knees, coming all the way down, all right? If that's not possible for you, you can, put a knee down, maybe bring your hands to your knee, whatever's your best way to get down. If you need something to support on, you can do that, all right? And come back down to the ground. So we're gonna do a little, one more breathing technique, and then we're going to do another restorative posture. Okay, so this breathing technique is called the bee breath. And the bee breath is one that helps us to really relax. And the reason it helps us relax is we're closing off a lot of our orifices, like our ears, and you don't have to close your nose off, but you can put your fingers by your nose, you close your eyes, and you get all of these acupressure points on your face. And then we can do, there's lots of bees flying around, right? We can do bee sounds, all right? And you're propped up, which is a good idea. I'm gonna prop up just to do this one, and I'll give you your block back. But, so propping up is good because you wanna be comfortable. Sitting nice and tall. So making a little bee sound. So you're gonna have your lips lightly parted, and you take a deep breath in through your nose, and then you make this little humming kind of bee sound in the back, in your mouth. So let's try that just to practice. Inhale. So it's like a buzzing bee, and I can almost feel my lips tingling a little bit. And so we're going to, you can just put your fingers in your ears if you like. Another thing you could do is put your fingers on your thumbs in your ears, finger at your right next to your nose, and your other finger on your eye, and another at your forehead. Maybe your pinkies at the edge of your mouth. So I know that might look funny, but that's how we're going to do the bee breath. And so with me, we're going to do about just 4 long breaths and do the bee sound. So you take a long deep breath in, and then do the buzzing bee. And again, inhale, and bee breath. And let's do one more time. Inhale. Relax your hands down. He's sniffing for bees. Another thing that's relaxing is having a pet, right? And going on a nice long walk or whatever, wherever they like to go. And I'll tell you who's in the present moment. Dogs, right? They just start sniffing in the grass and stuff, so it's good to watch them. All right, so let's come into our next restorative posture. And it's one of your favorites, I think. It's called the flying flapping fish. All right, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna set up to lie on your side. So you can put your bolster between your knees, so from your knee to your ankle, and then Tom will show you. I feel like I'm going to scooch down this All right, and so he's going to put the bolster between his knees and then lying on his side. Make sure you have a pillow or blankets under there so that it's comfortable on your shoulder and your head. And then I'll do something else to help him to be comfortable here. But you could have blankets around and maybe putting them at your back. So you lie on your side at first, right? And you put the bolster between your knees, and then you open your chest out to the sky. All right, so you can open that one arm out. So if you lied on your left side, you're going to open your right arm out, right? And if you lie on the other side, you're going to open your other arm out. And so then you can put blankets to support under your back or under your arms. And then you can use your eye pillow, right? You can use your eye pillow. And then another thing you can do in a restorative posture is to have some essential oils. So another essential oil I have here is peppermint. So peppermint is a little bit, bright, and it's good for headaches, peppermint, and it's good for kind of invigorating your senses. But once we get into this restorative posture, we're going to really allow yourself to just be. And when you can just be, right away, that parasympathetic nervous system, the vagus nerve, which is attached all the way down to your gut. You know how we say when we have a gut feeling, you want to pay attention to that, right? It's our sixth sense, paying attention to what your gut's telling you, what your heart's telling you. You know, we hold lots of emotional states in our body. And when we can tune into it, we'll be able to, be healthier, because we'll take care of it. If you have an intuition about something that's happening in your body, right, and you can sense it, and you'll say, oh, I know what that is. I have that sensation because of this or that. So in this relaxed state, just listen to the birds and allow yourself to be. So I'm going to read a little from Thich Nhat Hanh, No Mud, No Lotus. We can experience both joy and happiness. In joy, there is still some element of excitement. The method here is simple. Breathing in, bring your mind home to your body. Establish yourself in the here and the now, and recognize what is around you. Then joy and happiness arise easily from your recognition of all the positive elements available right now. The first method of creating joy and happiness is to cast off, to leave behind. There's a kind of joy that comes from letting go. Many of us are bound to too many things. We believe these things are necessary for our survival, our security, and our happiness. But many of these things, or more precisely our beliefs about their necessity, are really obstacles for our joy and happiness. Sometimes you think having a certain career or diploma or salary or house or partner are crucial for your happiness. You think you can't go on without it. Even when you've achieved the situation or the person, you continue to suffer. At the same time, you're still afraid that if you let go of that prize you've attained, it will be even worse. You will be even more miserable without the object you're clinging to. You can't live with it. You can't live without it. Happiness is born from the fact that you could leave some things behind. Just let go. In this posture, see if you can feel that sense of letting go. And maybe just saying a mantra to yourself about bringing in joy, bringing in happiness. I am joy. I am peace. I can let go and be happy. Over the next few minutes, just begin to bring movement to your body, to your fingers and toes, taking long, deep breaths. And when you transition out, think about your transitions as being the same kind of transitions that you do in life. You know, we feel where we are, we take a deep breath, and then we respond. And when we can just do that simple pause, it really helps us to respond in a good way, in a meaningful way, without reacting. So make your way up now to a seated position. And we're just going to end with a little affirmation, and again, an essential oil. So I like essential oils. You can use them for all sorts of situations. You can ingest some of them, a little lemon in your water or something. So this one is lavender. Lavender we're going to use for right now, as well as our final restorative posture. So just put a little, you can put a little dab on your hand, and Tom actually has this bracelet that's like a diffuser. So it's like lava rocks, and you can put that on the lava rocks and smell it all throughout the day. That's kind of neat. All right, so what we're going to do is just this positive affirmation. And I love affirmations. I've made some up myself, and you could have simple ones. One that I really like is, in this moment, all is well. That one works so well for many stressful situations, right? Like right now, all is well, right in this moment. All right, so this one, you can smell the essential oil. You can hold it to your heart. When we do this little mudra gesture of bringing your hands to your heart, right, it helps us to bring some loving kindness and self-care to ourselves. All right, and the affirmation is, I open myself genuinely to all people by being willing to communicate my deepest feelings, since hiding in any degree keeps me stuck in my illusion of separateness from others. So that is from Ken Keyes and the Handbook to Higher Consciousness. So I'm going to read it one more time. I open myself genuinely to all people by being willing to communicate my deepest feelings, since hiding in any degree keeps me stuck in my illusion of separateness from others. And we don't want to be separate from others, right?
That's right.
All right, and then the last affirmation is, I feel with loving compassion the problems of others without getting caught up emotionally in their predicaments that are offering them messages they need for their self-growth. So let's remember, and maybe remember those or come up with your own affirmations that will help you to move forward with loving kindness to yourself first and then others. So our final restorative posture is going to be the lounge chair. And this one, you'll need this little block. So how about if you set up this way? So we're going to have one block on the highest level and one on the medium level. And then your bolster, or you could always do a rolled up blanket, is going to go on top. Make sure this top part is as close to this high bolster as you can, and these two are supporting it there. Then you're going to make little arm rests out of your blankets, and you're going to put them up here so that when you lie down, you'll be able to rest your arms on there, so on either side of your bolster. The other thing you could do is you could have another blanket up here as a pillow. And then you could also cover up. Now today it's pretty warm out here, so probably you don't want to cover up with a heavy blanket outside, but be really comfortable. Be supported in all the this whole posture. So get your hips as close to the bolster, or like I said, rolled up blanket or something here, and then lie back. And then if your chin is lifted up a little, then you know, you're going to put a blanket here. So how does that feel on your chin? Is it okay, or do you want a little bit? Okay. So let's see how that is. Is that better or a little bit higher? All right. So you could use your eye pillow if you like. Eye pillows, what they do also is help to activate that vagal nerve, which helps to get to your parasympathetic. All the things we do here, most of them are getting to your parasympathetic, right? The restorative ones for sure. So we're going to next do what's called Yoga Nidra. So Yoga Nidra, Nidra means sleep, but in Yoga Nidra, we're really just trying to be in a completely relaxed state. And then we do a little body scan. So scanning from the crown of your head all the way down your body to help you to come into a really nice state of relaxation. But we're also still very aware, and we're just noticing these body parts as I say them, rather than trying to think too much about it. So begin by settling in. Feel your whole back body on the surface of the floor of the bolster or blankets. And just let go, relax. Come to this state of complete peace and relaxation. And now bring your awareness to the crown of your head. And imagine a nice warm light coming in through the crown of your head. Relaxing that top of your head. And now bring your awareness to your forehead, your eyebrows, right and left, your right eye, your left eye, your right ear and left ear, top lip, bottom lip, chin, throat, heart center, right shoulder, upper arm, right elbow, forearm, right wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, heart center, left shoulder, left upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, center of the chest, navel center, right hip, right thigh, knee, calf, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, ankle, calf, knee, thigh, right hip, navel center, left hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, right left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, ankle, calf, knee, thigh, left hip, navel center, heart center, third eye, crown of the head. Think about your back body resting on the floor. Feel the back of your head, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, your whole back, right buttock, left buttock, right calf, left calf, right heel, left heel, your whole back body lying on the floor, your whole front body, your head, your right arm, left arm, both arms together, right leg, left leg, both legs together, your whole front body together, your whole back body and your front body together. Imagine yourself lying on the floor. Relax and just let go. Let go. next few breaths. Again, taking your time to transition smoothly. And you can wiggle your fingers, move your head, bend your knees. You can use your hand to support your head to come up to sitting. And we're just going to come to a nice, comfortable seat. And we're going to bring your hands together. And we'll end with the popular mantra, which is Om. So let's take a long, full breath in. And I thank you for joining me for this Yoga for Emotional Support class. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namaste.
Namaste.
May the light in me shine to the light in you. And thank you, Tom, for joining me.
Thank you.
And so at the end of class, we clean up our stuff, but we also do this burning ceremony. So you could do the same thing at home if you like. And you take your little papers that what we did in the beginning. So we'll get a little closer here. And so this is mine, this is Tom's. So what you can do is you can get a little bowl of some sort. You can get like a glass bowl or something. And then this is the stuff we want to let go of. So if we remember, it said that what opportunities have you passed up because of fear? And so, we're going to read these little papers that help us to just let go of this. And then we're going to invite some good positive energy in. Okay, so do you want to read that one?
Sure.
And you get your little fire stick, whatever you got to light something on fire.
It says, Dear Universe, I no longer need these lessons that these feelings, things, or circumstances would teach me. If I haven't already, I vow to learn these lessons in a different way that feels better and opens my heart.
All right, so we let those go. Woo, fire! So it's nice and satisfying to say, I'm letting those things go away. I don't need them anymore. And then on our little board, we can take one of these messages of, inspirational quote. And so you want to read that one too?
It says, Dear Universe, I invite these emotions and circumstances into my life at this time to serve my highest and best good. I intend that these things will fuel me to be of better service, more present, and open my heart.
All right, all that sounds good. So you could come up with your own mantras or find some little quotes. So my quote says, you can't be brave if you've only had wonderful things happen to you. Mary Tyler Moore.
Without courage, we cannot practice any other virtue with consistency. We can't be kind, true, merciful, generous, or honest. That's by Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou. All right. And so that's how we end, by sending away the things that we don't want and inviting in something that we do. So I hope that this has been a good class for you and you got a lot of tools that you can use out of it. I did write down my little review of all the things we learned. So we learned restorative postures with deep breathing. We learned the emotional guidance scale, the OMG triple warmer smoothie and crown pool. We learned crocodile breathing, right, to help our diaphragm. We did the mountain visualization, the daily energy routine. We did letting things go, right, with ha and with fierce line and with karate kicks. We did a lot of essential oils, and we did the bee breath for relaxation, and we ended with a restorative yoga nidra. So that's a lot of things, but you could pick and choose some of those tools that